Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be walking through why you cannot get clients and why you're continually struggling with an empty calendar, why no one's opening up your DMs, your emails, why no one's answering your Loom videos, why your ads maybe suck, everything, okay? We're gonna break down the old way that agencies used to go about getting clients back in 2018, 2019, 2020 even, and how agencies that are actually succeeding, like my very own Google Ads agency is, how they're going about getting leads and getting full calendars, okay? So without further ado, let's jump into my computer and walk through everything I have planned for you guys today. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're inside my computer. And as you can see here, very, very simple, okay? How the non-agency running gurus are teaching you compared to how agencies above 50K a month are actually running, all right? The old age versus the new age. So I want you to ask yourself as I'm running through these things, if these are things that you can relate to, because I'm assuming that right now, if you are someone that is below 10 clients, or you're someone who sends, maybe it's a few hundred emails a day, a few thousand emails a day, tons of DMs a day, tons of Loom videos, whatever it is, right? Maybe you're running ads, maybe you're posting organically, you're not getting any inbound traffic, whatever it is. Let me know if any of this resonates with you, okay? So the old age of doing things. Maybe when someone asks you what your offer is for your agency, you say, we run Facebook ads for e-commerce businesses or for chiropractors, for dentists, whatever that niche is, that's kind of what you're telling people that you offer, all right? It's mundane, it's not unique, and it's definitely not getting you any sort of results. You probably have only a done for you service attached to your offer as well too, which is not the best way about going about things, because whenever something goes wrong, it's going to be your fault. Whenever something goes right, you're never going to get the credit for it. You probably send tons of cold emails and DMs with the same prospects that everybody else is reaching out to. I hear from my clients all the time. Every time we jump onto a monthly meeting with them, they're always telling us, and actually sometimes even showing us some of the emails that they get, and we always have a good laugh, and they all sound the exact same. I'm not too sure what YouTube gurus you guys are listening to, although it's kind of fun. You guys are obviously tuning into this YouTube video, but I'm not too sure who is telling you guys to send these sort of emails. And I get it. Like, if you have never ran a business or you've never reached out to business owners before, you don't know how to speak their language. So I understand, but it's really, really important that you figure it out, because the longer it takes you to learn the language that business owners speak, the slower it is going to be for you to actually build a successful agency. You're probably an agency owner that has, I know I've seen these ridiculous guarantees, these ridiculous offers that other agency owners are making. We'll help you scale, to XYZ, $1 million a month, or you don't pay a penny and we're going to cut you a check for $10,000. It's all stupid. It maybe works for a few people who originally started doing it in the space. You probably know who I'm talking about, and no hate to them by any means. They're crushing it. But the thing is you're all copying them. And so now you just sound like every other agency owner in the space who is doing just that. We will guarantee you this, and if we don't, you don't pay and we'll cut you a check. It all sounds the exact same, and it's just basically these brands, whether you're working with e-commerce, dentists, chiro, it doesn't matter. They've heard it all. The biggest thing as well too, and this is my favorite one because I always see this amongst new agency owners, is you're signing unqualified clients who you can't charge full price for. If you're wondering why it takes you 20 plus clients to reach 5K a month or 10K a month, it's because you're not charging enough. I had a discussion with an agency owner the other day who was saying that they are running TikTok ads, Facebook ads, and Instagram ads for e-commerce brands for $300 a month. And I'm like, how do you ever expect to scale? And this is someone in the US, which just makes no sense. So you're signing on people just to say yes to them because you're so desperate for leads, because you're not used to having a full calendar. So you're just saying yes to everyone. You're not even qualifying people. Everyone's qualified to you in your mind, right? That's the old way of doing things. And then because they're unqualified, you're delivering a poor service because those clients aren't fully qualified. And of course, like I had mentioned, is because you're charging so little and these clients that you're working with are so unqualified, you're not actually able to scale an agency. It's really not scalable past 5 clients, because after 2 or 3 months, each one of those clients are leaving you, all right? And again, you're constantly managing client issues inside of Slack. I get it. Every time there's good stuff going on, you never get praise for it. Every time there's something bad going on, fingers always get pointed at you. And of course, you're never going to be able to scale past 10K a month profit, let alone $10,000 a month in revenue. You'll never be able to scale past $10,000 a month in profit, okay? Because you lack the fundamentals. And the reason why I can speak to this, and the reason why you're probably seeing all these things and you're like, how does this guy know me so well? is because I've been there. I've been running my agency. I've built 2 agencies at this point. I've done this. When I started in 2018, my first year was basically just me. I called myself an agency owner. I was actually running more of a freelance business. 2018 is when I would learn how to sign sign clients, but I would sign every single person that was interested in my service, none of which were qualified and none of which we actually could deliver good results for consistently, because A, they were unqualified, and B, we just didn't have the right systems in place, and C, we didn't charge enough, meaning we couldn't have good enough team members inside of the agency to actually deliver a good service to. You have to go back to that, what I just said, and replay that part of the video, because that is the key here. You're signing unqualified clients, which doesn't allow you to charge as much as you should, which then leads to you not delivering a good service, which then leads you to not being able to retain clients. And then you come back and you start blaming the world for your problems, even though this is all your fault, okay? But like I said, I've been there before. I had literally done this. I did this for a year and a half, okay? Now, how agencies that are above 50K a month are actually running. I would consider a 50K a month agency doing pretty well. I would also consider an agency doing 25K a month, 30K a month doing pretty well, right? Depends what you consider successful. Some of you might be starting an agency to make an extra 5K, make an extra 10K, 25K, 50K, 100K, doesn't matter. Whatever you have defined success as for yourself is totally up to you, all right? But I'm gonna tell you that building a sustainable business in the agency world looks like 50K a month, all right? So this is the new age. It's building a done for you and done with you offer that your market needs, okay? Combining both the done for you service and a done with you service into your offer, all right? Having proper cold outbound outreach approaches. So yes, emails and DMs and Loom videos, they all still work, but the way that you're currently doing it isn't working, clearly, because you haven't signed any clients or you haven't been able to book any calls in the last month, 2 months, okay? All of these approaches, they still work. They're nothing but approaches, but it's your strategy that sucks. And then, you know, of course, those pieces of outreach that you're doing, you know, you're leaving a positive impression in the eyes of your prospects, okay? Whether they reply right away or not, you're leaving a positive impression, which is the most important thing, especially if you're committed to actually making this business model work for you. You're able to make no-brainer guarantees that you can actually deliver, all right? There's nothing worse, and I have this conversation with all of the brands that we work with, there's nothing worse than people jumping on a call with you and they're offering these guarantees that don't make any sense. But when we jump on the calls, we can actually tell people, hey, listen, you do qualify for this guarantee that we offer, or you don't, right? If you don't qualify, this is what we can leave you with, either resources, or you can expect it to take this long to actually begin seeing results. Take it or leave it. We're not desperate for clients. We have a full calendar, right? We're not trying to sign every client that comes to us, trying to get our business. You're only booking qualified leads into your calendar, all right? So most of you are probably using something like Calendly. I've used Calendly for many years. It's a great software, but the problem with Calendly is it allows everyone to book in, okay? So we actually use Go High Level. Their calendar, I think, in my opinion, is just way better. It allows you to qualify people. If people aren't answering their questionnaire a certain way, the way that you set it up of what you define as qualified, they're not gonna be able to book in a call. So we only book qualified leads and prospects into our calendar, all right? The other side of our back-end sales system is we actually have our prospects being pre-sold on our offer. You'd be blown away if you saw how our sales calls actually went. We pretty much just shoot the shit with these clients, and we just ask them very simple questions about their business to really make sure that they are fully qualified and to make sure that they are a partner that we can see ourselves working with for at least 6 months, at least a year. Because again, it's in our best interest to retain clients, okay? You're signing less clients while charging more, all right? Now that's a huge one. If you've probably been around the agency space and you're seeing people say like, oh, you know, we've signed this client for $8,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $15,000 a month, or, you know, we've signed this client on for $1,000 a month, but we have performance fees in place, which will allow us to then charge 10K a month, right? You're signing less clients but charging more because your offer is positioned differently and you're working with qualified prospects. Like, it's so funny. You've probably seen memes about it on Twitter. I know I have. It's like when you're talking to someone who's not qualified and they're poor, and that's just the way it is. Hopefully that word doesn't offend you, but if they're a poor client, they have a new brand or something, they're making less than 10K a month and they're trying to work with you, they're going to just like quiver when they hear your price. And that's the problem with most of you, is you're just selling to everyone, right? So now you're like, oh, well, yeah, you know, we actually charge 2K, but for you, we'll do it for $500 a month. It's not the way to do things. Instead, you're working with qualified people who can actually afford what it is that you're charging. And they won't even blink an eye. You'll be like, yeah, like it costs 5K to work with us. I'll be like, sure, great. Get us the result. We'll be happy. That's it. That's all it takes. Okay. And you're able to scale past 20 clients. You need to have an offer and a service that is scalable past 20 clients. I have so many discussions with agency owners these days who are struggling to scale past 30K or 40K. And that's typically the breaking point, because what happens is like, for instance, if you are one of these, you know, full service agencies where you offer Facebook ads, Instagram ads, TikTok, Snapchat, LinkedIn, like you offer the entire barn. And then on top of that, you're offering UGC and email and all this. It's like you're now worked yourself into this corner where you have to have so many team members working for you. You're going to be managing your team forever. You're never going to have peace of mind. You're never going to have freedom. And you're going to be just living inside of Slack constantly, dealing with nonsense with your team, dealing with nonsense with your clients, and it's just gonna be an absolute shit show, okay? So you need to have something that can actually scale past 20 clients. When I transitioned my full service agency, yes, I did run a full service agency, it sucked. When I transitioned to Google Ads only, I spend no time in Slack. My team members barely talk to me anymore because there's literally nothing to talk about. Clients are crushing it, it's awesome. We just basically send a weekly report and that's it. And I mean, there's literally not much to do on a day-to-day basis. If the ads are running well and they're crushing it, amazing. If they're not, well, we sit down, we have a meeting about it, and we make corrections. That's literally it. Whereas before, when I had a full service agency, we're emailing UGC creators, we're talking to our email team, we're trying to find the best and newest way to run Facebook ads. I mean, it was just an absolute gong show, okay? So you need to have something that is scalable past 20 clients. Ask yourself right now, is what you're doing, are you able to do it with 20 clients? That's the best thing that you can ask yourself right now. And then of course, you're able to set up proper communication boundaries with clients and deliver profitable results that you can showcase. And again, at the end of the day, you're able to scale beyond 50K a month with absolute ease. Now, I wanna show you this because this might be a little bit more of a visual representation, what you're navigating through right now and what you can honestly expect when running an agency. So right now, if you're just starting out, or maybe you're not just starting out, but you basically have 0 clients and your agency is doing $0 in revenue. You have no clue where to start. You're feeling very sad, depressed, I don't know. Like you have tons of self-doubt, you have tons of worry. You're worried about investing into the business because you've never started a business. You have no idea what you're doing. You have no sales or marketing skills. Maybe you come from a background of it. Maybe you have a degree in it. You know, having a degree in marketing means absolutely nothing, but you come to the table thinking that you're this big marketer and stuff. You just have a huge ego. Your offer is diluted, it's generic, and you have this massive feeling of imposter syndrome. Hence you not being able to charge more than $500 or $1,000 per month for your service. So that's just you starting out. And again, like I said, this might be you right now. You just started your agency this week, or maybe this has been you for the last few months, or maybe it's been a year, right? You're just at that stage where you're starting out. You have no results yet, okay? Now, what's gonna get you to the next step, which is more of a freelance business or a freelance agency, is tons of client outreach. And I should have here tons of client acquisition, because you're gonna be focused on client acquisition as your main income producing task to get you to that next level. Nothing's gonna get you to that next level without you getting clients, okay? Because if you have no clients, there's no service to deliver, there's no discussion about retaining clients, okay? So all your focus needs to be going towards getting clients. So what does a freelance agency look like? It looks like 2 to 5 clients, you know, low ticket retainer offers typically. You're getting your feet wet, right? I get it. Maybe you're offering free trials. Maybe you're charging $1,000 or $2,000 a month. You're not charging performance fees. You're wearing all the hats inside your business. Maybe you have 1 team member present. Obviously, this is just an unsustainable and unscalable service. Maybe you're sitting here and you're offering all of the ad platforms under the umbrella to all of your clients, and you've just realized that you have a media buyer that's really good at Google, but maybe they suck at Meta. Or you have a really good media buyer that's really good at Facebook and, you know, Meta ads, but they suck at TikTok and they suck at Snapchat. So you're offering way too much. You're wearing all the hats inside your business. You're basically required to be present within your agency at all times. You begin believing that this can be done. Obviously, if you have 2 to 5 clients, you definitely have more belief in yourself. You begin believing in yourself a lot more. So this is what you can expect. Once you have a few clients on your belt, you know what it takes to get clients. But to get to that next step, which is a small SMMA or a small agency, is sales confidence and offer optimization. And what that basically looks like is 8 to 15 clients, low to medium ticket offers. You're doing around 10 to 50K a month in revenue. You're doing all the sales calls yourself. By this time, you're confident in your sales abilities. Your offer is resonating with your niche. Most people begin getting comfortable here. I want to talk on this a little bit because this happened to me. When I reached about 25 to 30K, depending on how well our performance fees were really doing, is when I really started to get comfortable. I mean, you can literally go to my Instagram and you can see the moment that I started getting comfortable. I started posting me traveling the world, going to Dubai, going to South Korea, to Bali, all these places, right? I got comfortable. I was making really good money. If you're making 30K a month in your agency, you can pretty much do a lot of the cool things that you see on Instagram, on TikTok, all this stuff. But you get comfortable. And what happens here is you're not actually growing. You think you're growing, you think you're doing all these cool things, but slowly but surely, it's gonna start eating away at your confidence because you know that you're not reaching your true potential. You're not doing anything. You're not taking action. The only way that you build confidence in yourself is by taking action and getting those results. The only reason why you would ever feel not confident about something is because you're not doing what you know you should be doing. So that's what typically happens is most people get comfortable here. Happened to me. It's happened to many agency owners that I've worked with. It's happened to many agency owners that I've spoken to. And like I said, agency, it just maintains and never grows. But typically the agency will maintain where it's at, which is good. Okay. So when you're gone, you know, it's not growing, it's not getting worse, but it's just stagnant. Okay. And obviously scaling requires more volume of leads. So from here to get to the next level, all you need is more volume of leads. You know how to get clients, you know how to sell, you know your processes work, and you know you can deliver a good service. All you need is more volume of leads. And so by this time, you need to make sure that your 3 agency pillars are established. Those 3 agency pillars are client acquisition, service delivery, and client retention. You dial in those 3, you're good to go. So that large SMMA, what does it look like? It looks like 20 plus clients, medium to high ticket offers, 50K a month or more in revenue. Your offer resonates deeply with your niche. Sales become an absolute breeze. You have a sustainable business. You outsource sales. You're not the one doing the sales anymore. Your team handles all the service delivery. You handle 0 client communication. It's completely taken care of by your team. And the agency continues to grow while you're away. Meaning this is when you can go travel, you can go have fun. If you live in Canada, like I do, where it's cold as hell for 6 months of the year, you can dip out and be worry free. Okay? You can even start taking a lot of those profits that you're making from your agency and investing it into other cool things, whether it's real estate, whether it's stock portfolio, you're passionate about, whatever that looks like for you. But this is basically what it looks like. And this is what you can basically expect while you're building your agency. So ask yourself, where are you in this stage of building an agency? And what I will tell you is no matter where you're at, if you are just starting out, it does not take long to build a large social media marketing agency. It really doesn't. Within 6 months to a year, you should be at the point where you are making 50K a month, because it shouldn't take you longer than 3 months to build good client acquisition systems. And the moment you bring on your first client, it's going to allow you to build good service delivery systems. And once you have a good service in place that you know gets clients results, profitable results, you know that you'll be able to retain clients. You need to begin building a more sticky offer and sticky service when you're working with your clients so that they never leave you. It's just a no-brainer for them to continue working with you. Obviously, if you do this, you're gonna be very far ahead. Once you have an agency doing about 50K a month, you're gonna be crushing it. And with all of the students and all the agency owners that we work with, it's usually within client acquisition where they struggle the most, because getting new clients, if you've never started a business, it's the hardest thing. Once you know how to get new clients, then the hard part becomes service delivery. Once you figure out service delivery, then you can figure out client retention. Now, obviously just kind of showing you guys, because I know obviously some of you are probably aware that we do help a lot of other agency owners with client acquisition, service delivery, client retention. We've had one student basically sign 6 new clients in 2 months who started with us, had absolutely 0 clients. I believe this one shows, yeah, literally right here. Came into this group, starting an SMA since November. This was November of 2022. Literally $0, joined the group last month, and now we're in the right direction. The next move is just get 6 more clients, okay? You can see here, literally every time that he signed a new client, he was messaging me, which is awesome, okay? We have Otsel, young guy in Romania who's crushing it. Signed his first whale client through e-commerce, was basically able to close him through a jewelry brand through emails. Super awesome. We had Derek, who signed a 15K upfront client for consulting, which is absolutely awesome. And we had, obviously his name's not Blair, but we had our young guy Aiden inside the community be able to just, figure out his cash flow, figure out his accounting. I know that me and him have gone really back and forth in this. He's been working with the landscaping niche, which has been awesome, but always struggled with just charging too less of retainers. Obviously his pricing was just really, really bad. And then now he's able to fix his profit margin because he's charging more. Okay, so obviously some of the results that we've just worked with other clients inside of the community, and then some results that I just took these screenshots to ask you today. These are some of the clients that we're working with. We work with e-commerce brands and local businesses, but these are some of the e-com brands that we work with. Now ask yourself, if you're a client of ours, are you leaving when you're spending $2,000 a month on ads and you're generating 21K cash collected? No, you're not. You're generating almost a 10x return on ad spend, right? Are you leaving us when you're making a 7.69x return on ad spend? No, you're not. A 3.10? No, you're not, right? Like these are, and this is, by the way, if you can't see this, this is October 1st to October 20th. Okay, so we still have, a third of the month to go. So you can expect all these results to climb. But these are just some of the results that we've done just in October alone at the time that I'm posting this. It's currently Friday, October 20th, 2023. When you're delivering a service this good, people aren't leaving you. You're able to confidently step away from your computer, go live your life, which is why you started an agency, and you're able to let your team do their magic, right? And again, you need to have a good offer, you need to have a good guarantee that makes sense, something that you can deliver on, and you need to be able to know how to build back-end systems for client acquisition and build front-end systems for client acquisition so that you can get people in your calendar, but make sure that you're nurturing them properly leading up to the sales calls and everything like that. After that, all it is service delivery, client retention. That's literally it, okay? So to recap, you need to ask yourself where you're at. Are you on this side where you're going to all of the YouTube gurus, and excuse me for being on YouTube making this video, but are you someone that's going to all the YouTube gurus and you're, listening to all of what they're telling you to do with, emails and this and that, and how to get, people from from DMs and it's just not working. You've sent 10,000 DMs and you haven't gotten a single response, all right? I think it's time you reconsider your approach, all right? Or are you someone that is on this path, on this trajectory, right? Because the reason why I got into SMA or why I started building an agency is because at the time I was working 2 jobs. I was working at my dad's flooring store and I was on the weekends bartending. And I was doing okay, right? Like I was making like I think 6 to 7 grand a month, but I was working 60-hour weeks, and that's no joke. I was working 40 hours a week at my dad's company, and I was working minimum 15 to 20 hours on the weekends, Friday, Saturdays, sometimes Sundays. Okay, I wanted freedom. I hated the fact that I had to go ask my bosses for time off. You know, I had to go ask if I could go take a week-long vacation. I had to go ask if I can go take a month-long vacation. It was stupid, right? So I don't know why you got into SMMA. Maybe it's because, you know, financial situation. Maybe you and your family, you guys grew up, tough situation. You want to change that for you and your family tree. Amazing. But you have to ask yourself how you guys want to live as well too. Because for me personally, I wanted freedom. If you told me that I could be making $500,000 a month working 80-hour weeks or be making $50K a month working 5 hours a week, I'd take the $50K every single day. I truly would. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Ask yourself where you're at. And if you are seriously considering making a positive change in your agency, we do have a program. It's not just a course, okay? Yes, there's courses in the community, but beyond that, you're going to actually get coached on how to build these client acquisition systems. We actually install these systems into your agency for you, and we teach you how to manage it so that you don't have to rely on anyone to book in calls for you but yourself. And maybe down the road when you're doing 50K a month or 100K a month, you can train a team member to manage all of those systems for you. But we'll show you everything in terms of client acquisition so you can have a full calendar. We will show you how to deliver a good solid service to your clients so that you can then retain clients for years, just like we do. Okay, so if you're looking to make that change, the link is down below in the description. You can book in a call with our team and we can see if it's the right fit to work with you. We say no to majority of the people that book in calls with us because they're not qualified. I'm telling you right now, if you're someone who, you know, you're starting an agency and it's currently at $0 in revenue, or you have 0 clients and you're not working a job to even like fund anything that you're doing, probably not the right fit. I would highly advise you not to book in a call. But if you're someone that you've just been stuck at like 2K, 3K, 5K a month, and you can't seem to break past that barrier because your clients are just a revolving door, they're coming in and they're leaving in 2-3 months, book in a call. We can definitely help you. Okay, we'll be more than happy to hear what your challenges are and we can see if we can provide a solution. All right, so hope you guys enjoyed this video and we'll see you guys in the next one.